All right, as a country, we have new money. The South African Reserve Bank has this week launched new coins and new notes. This is an upgrade, and these coins and notes feature several security features. We have with us Kuben, Naidoo, Deputy Governor, responsible for the currency program. Let's talk about these designs that celebrate our heritage. Great to have you with us in studio. Mr. Naidoo, firstly, why do we need new money?
Sure. The main reason why we need new money is to prevent counterfeiting. When a note is in circulation, over time people learn how to counterfeit that note. And if there are too many counterfeit notes in circulation, then people begin to lose trust and faith in the money. We think that around 7 parts per million of our notes are counterfeited. The global benchmark is 12, and the longer a note is in circulation, that number rises. This note has been in circulation for 11 years. And so we're preemptively introducing new notes to try and bring that number down, essentially to minimize counterfeiting. And because we're introducing new security features, we thought we'd upgrade the artwork as well.
Does this have anything to do with grey listing? Obviously, we're on edge about any corruption, fraud, money laundering and counterfeiting.
No. In fact, we started this process about 3 years ago, long before we were put on a FATF watch list even. So no, this has not got anything to do with it.
And before we look at some of the new designs, who comes up with the designs? How does it work?
There's a combination of in-house and external artists that we commission. The notes are quite complex in the sense that there are lots of artists who work on the notes. The coins, we've actually got the initials of each of the artists on each of the coins.
Oh, no.
So they are commissioned.
So we're bringing up some coins now. Tell me about the coins. What's changed? What's different?
All the coins have changed. On the coin side, this is the first time we've changed the coin since 1989. Right? We have changed the coat of arms, but we've not changed the front of the coin. We've stuck with what's called a deep ecology theme. So on the 10 cent, we've got the Cape Honeybee, a really beautiful design. On the 20 cent, the bitter aloe. We still have a springbok, and on the 5 rand we've got the whale, which is quite new. We also have the Naisna Luri or the Turakau Luri on one of the coins. And again, in most of these we've tried to introduce an adult and a little one. That's also a theme that we've put on the notes. So
because you have the big 5 still on the notes,
still on the big
but instead of just one buffalo, it'll be a family, which is cute.
Yes.
Let's talk about the notes. I hope we can bring those up. We do have some visuals that you have sent, because obviously the new money is not circulating widely yet.
It has started circulating. In fact, I've seen the 20 rand note in circulation.
Okay.
But yes, it'll be introduced over the course of the next few months.
All right. So here are some of the notes. So we've still got the big 5, but there are some changes.
So what we still have is we still have Madiba's portrait, and we still have the big 5. A lot else has changed. Let me talk about 3 or 4 things. The first is, around Madiba, we've got the preamble of the Constitution in microprint.
Okay, nice.
We've changed the dots that blind people use to identify the notes to make it easier for them to identify. The metal strip that runs in the note is now much thicker and is bespoke for every coin and quite different.
Okay.
We have
that's a security feature.
Yes, we have a new watermark. We use a series of new inks and technologies to try and minimize the chance of counterfeiting. This is the absolute latest technology. It's ISO compliant in terms of the security features for both the front and the back of the note that we have there. And
the color changes slightly in some of the notes.
Colors are a little bit brighter. Yes, we've updated the color scheme a little bit.
Okay. Is that because the color fades over time?
No, it doesn't. In fact, I mean, when you produce a new note, you've got to test it, right? You've got to see how many years it lasts.
Yeah.
We think that these notes will last slightly longer. The 10 and 20 rand notes don't last too long, somewhere between 5 and 10 months. The 100 and 200 rand notes last probably around 2 years, maybe even 3.
Okay.
Because the 10 and 20 rand notes just get used much more.
Maybe there's a lesson there. Put your money in the bank rather than under your bed for years and years and years. Final question. So the new will just start circulating, but the old notes will still be absolutely valid, I'm sure?
In South Africa, all old notes are still legal tender. We will not withdraw them as legal tender. They will continue to be legal tender, and that's true for both the notes and the coins.
Forever, or will there be a cut-off point where you will say go and change
In
the
the
old notes
foreseeable
for
future,
the
you know,
new?
in theory, you can take a 1980 banknote, and use it. I mean, the shop might not recognize it. You might have to go to your bank to change it, but it's still legal tender.
All right, we appreciate your time showing us some of the design, some of the security features. There's a look at some of your new notes, a comparison of the new and the old. At least not everything is thrown out. We still have the big five, now some new features as well. That was Deputy Governor and member of the Monetary Policy Committee, Kuben Naidoo.